affairs to remember. Instead, we have breakfast at 7 a.m. and affairs we try to forget as quickly as possible. Self-protection and closing the deal are paramount. Cupid has flown the co-op. How the hell did we get into this mess? We all know them, and we all agree they're great. It's like the riddle of the Sphinx. Why are there so many great unmarried women and no great unmarried men? I explore these sorts of issues in my column, and I have terrific sources, my friends. Was it true? Were women in New York really giving up on love and throttling up on power? What a tempting thought. It was Kurt Harrington, a mistake I made when I was 26, and 29, and 31.
Carrie.
Kurt. Wow, what are you doing here?
Hey, babe.
Yes. Better. Oh. Because this time, there would be none of that messy emotional attachment. I left feeling powerful, potent, and incredibly alive. I felt like I owned the city. Nothing and no one could get in my way.
And I don't object to,
Maybe. City's most notoriously ungettable bachelors. Bye. All right, bye. Later. Hopeless situation.
and I thought, how great.
No, I've never seen it.
Taxi!
Have you ever been in love? Last night, my friend Miranda got invited to a dinner party by a man she hardly... Modelizers are womanizers who will sleep with just about anything. As if we didn't have enough problems. There's nothing like rape.
It's way easier to screw them. It's kind of like being around dogs.
Do you have a light?
Sure. Your friend Miranda?
You're kidding, that's great.
Yeah, I think...
Hi.
Told her you won't call me back.
I believe there is a curse put on the head of anybody who tries to fix up their friends. Blatch had a client in the hottest show in town.
So beautiful that I travels with his own personal. Carrie writes the column section. You know, the other day, Derek and I...
On a sea of sweet potato puffs with smoked salmon and sour cream when...
Where are you going now?
Oh, I'm going home.
Can I come?
You want to come home with me?
Sure, if it's quiet. Can't take these crowds.
The things you gotta do in the name of research. Hey, with some girl from the show? I began to realize that being beautiful is like having a rent-controlled apartment overlooking the park. Completely unfair, and usually bestowed upon those who deserve it least.
I'm not...
Is forever. My friend Patience and her husband invited... They were fun, smart, and they looked like they fell out of a J. Crew catalog. If their house wasn't right on the beach, I would have hated them. House guests are always when I woke up feeling rested and fabulous. There he was. Full frontal friend. Hey, was Miranda right? Were we enemies? Is there a...
It's not a Cold War. It's an out-and-out battle. And it isn't just straight people. Every gay guy I know is running off to Hawaii, putting on a caftan, reciting vows, and feeling superior to me.
Millennium. I was no longer even considered a person. Miranda gave me the lowdown on her day. So you think... Maybe the Cold War isn't about hate. They just want us...
Oh, yeah.
Wondered if they were true.
Hey, this is our friend Carrie.
Hi. Another time I hate being... I met him to pick out a top-of-the-line cheese grater at Williams-Sonoma.
Oh, my buddies are giving...
It's all mixed.
After another chance meeting, at a... Oh, something came up. How pathetic do I...
Is the hottest chef.
Busboys, bouncers. Times Sunday crossword puzzle. Tricky, complicated, and you're never really sure you got the right answer. What's it like to kiss with that little...
You want to find out?
The really good kisser guy. John, no age, no inhibitions.
We did it with him on top.
Ours. Couldn't help but wonder, what do they see in us? Later that week, Miranda and I compared notes.
Shouldn't we be dating men our own age?
Good luck finding one. There are no available men in their 30s in New York. Giuliani had them removed along with the homeless.
I didn't want to tell her I canceled lunch with my editor to go to Banana Republic and help. Could he be more than a fling? Could he be a potential boyfriend?
Please. This isn't the Gap.
Sorry,
And speaking of flank, not quite a date.
But will he respect you more or respect you less? That's the issue.
No smoking Gap.
Sir, we're talking up the butt. A cigarette is in order. Place. There he was. Abso-fucking-lutely. To walk to clear my head. Also, I just left my cab fare on the table. So I walked. I walked 48 blocks in $400 shoes.
And it was surrounded by, like, my enemies and shit. And one by one...
I decided the only way to break free was to move from one addiction to an even bigger one. Shoes. A couple of blocks and way too much money later, I realized I had just entered an interesting chapter in my life. I had outgrown the boys of my past and not quite grown into the men of my future. Maybe all men are a drug. Something now, they get you so high. Damn. It would have been so cool if I hadn't looked back.
Doesn't she know who we are?
Who are we?
Let me tell you something. I was that woman 10 years ago, but I wielded my power in a benevolent manner. Can we...
Samantha headed back to her office, while I decided to investigate this theory I had about shopping as a way to unleash the creative subconscious.
All right, I'm gonna take them.
This gigantic ranch in Argentina.
I mean, you are like a...
I couldn't understand a word she was saying, but I felt I had in my possession all the Italian I'd ever need to know. Dolce, dolce, dolce. Words. She didn't actually work for a living, yet possessed a dazzling sexual power that she exploited to her full advantage, which presented a certain conundrum.
Where's the line between professional girlfriend and just plain professional?
Hold his brush if he's so much 11.
Oh, he's like a
Looking forward to calling it an early night when I rationalized that my new shoes shouldn't be punished just because I can't budget.
At Van Cleef and Arpels.
Oh, what?
Carrie, I'd like you to meet my boyfriend, Carl.
Would like another bottle of wine?
Wonderful. And what will the rest of you be having?
Daughter Beatrice, who lived with her mother in Paris.
I think you're too charming to be... Well, I think it's really important that you try.
I don't even
Later, for these days.
So maybe...
Since I was there once, I was as good as in.
I don't understand.
Carrie, ciao! Ciao! Vieni qua! Come here!
They all looked so chic and glamorous. Part of me wanted to grab Samantha and make a run for it. Well,
Mario's family has one of those gorgeous palazzos on the Grand Canal in Venice.
I couldn't say I wasn't tempted. But from that moment on, we never had a problem getting a table at Balzac again. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. But in this case, 2 weeks ago, I had my picture taken.
Good.
It was a promotional photo for my column, scheduled to run on the side of a bus. I had misgivings, which were somewhat mollified when they told me I could keep the dress.
Oh, honey, it's fabulous. Bravo.
It's tits on toast, baby, but you make it work.
Well, let's just say it.
All right, well, ladies, I'm just going to dinner. Good night.
Bye.
The truth is, I was dying to sleep with him, but isn't delayed gratification the definition of maturity?
Interesting dress.
Meaning?
Interesting dress.
Versionary tactic to keep me from spending the night. Before I was able to completely indulge.
I'll tell you about later. Tell you later.
This week.
Hey, that's fantastic.
No, it's too quick. I think maybe that kick in his head scrambled his brains.
Now, Mike Singer out on a date.
But she's warm and unpretentious.
But the question nagged me for days. Us out there are having great sex with people we're ashamed to.
The one who doesn't wear any underwear?
I met this gorgeous kid in Spy Bar last year.
He turned out to be in high school.
Was secret sex the ultimate form of intimacy, since it existed in a pure state exempt from the judgment of the world? Or is I was out with a man whose name I wanted to shout from the rooftops. I also tried not to let it bother me that he took me back to Feng Hua, scene of our post-coital dinner. As I surveyed
Latin, why did you take Libby to Feng Hua?
Well,
And take women they don't want to be seen with in public?
yes.
Everything's done in the house, and I've been doing it all day.
I don't know what to do. I can't. Oh, don't worry, sweetie. Don't worry. I mean, nobody in New York notices a bus.
fueled by a massive quantity of champagne, I decided to say goodbye to Mr. Big. I just came here to tell you that if you're embarrassed or ashamed to be involved with me in any way...
Beginning to know more.
Us. 4-hour converse, few days apart felt like...
Hi, I'm trying to get hold of a Miss Carrie Bradshaw. She used to be a friend of mine.
Ah, good morning. That night, I faced the tribunal.
We really weren't that concerned. Just completely hurt and offended.
Actually, you missed a lot. I think this might be the one.
A few hours and a couple of bottles of Pinot Grigio later, vows of friendship renewed, we were almost out the door when...
Hey, isn't that Mr. Big?
Surprise.
Hey.
Are you on a date? And enjoy your dinner. Oh, already said that. Well, enjoy it twice.
All right, here we go.
I can't believe it. He's seen other women. Rick. Already overstuffed suitcase. Big was happily dating another woman like it was the most natural thing in the world. Is it that men have an innate aversion to monogamy? Or is it more than that? Senseless with cosmopolitans.
Monogamy is on the way out again.
Wouldn't commit to a nice guy given the option.
I can't even commit.
A book just got a kick-ass review, and I know.
Oh, Carrie, Jared is the writer of the book Avenue B, and New York Magazine just named
The list.
You're quite the storyteller, aren't you?
What was happening to me? I used to get a secret rush from men who hit on me during their 15 minutes of fame. In this case, it merely felt exhausting. I was striving for non-committal, but I was worried I had just bordered on shrill. Yeah, it's fine.
That I am telling you, I lived
All right.
I didn't think...
Internationally, I would imagine.
What's your band? Ah, thank you, Max. Thank you. Oh, come on. I mean, what do you want from me?
What do I want from you? Nothing. I don't want anything from you. I have to go, I'm sorry. I felt like a fool. I had gone so far out on a limb with my feelings that I didn't realize I was standing out there alone. When life gets this confusing, sometimes there's only one thing to do. Attend a fabulous party. Hey, stand. In a room where everyone was gorgeous, cool, and under 30, monogamy suddenly began to seem like a quaint notion. And I already had a new man in my life.
You know, the greatest thing about writing a successful book, besides the validation and the acclaim, is knowing that I'm pumping my ideas into the world.
I thought it was the fact that you could behave like an utter asshole and people would find you amusing.
Get this second.
And he just put his arms around me. 45 minutes later, I realized I was alone in a park at 3 a.m. and that it was time to call it a night.
What are you doing back here? You said to meet out front.
This is the front. Do you want to stand still with me?
No sex.
Any sex, period.
Don't let him pressure you into it. Oh, come on, of course.
Was Samantha right? Threesomes. Fat, low-fat, non-fat. First, business economy. Mo, Larry, Curly. Maybe.
And I think I enjoyed it.
That's great. Dreams are a really good way to experiment. It's like buying a dress and keeping the tags on.
But do you think it means I should do it? The Village Voice had more ads looking for threesomes than it did for small rat-infested studios running at $1,000 a month. But who actually answered these ads? I seemed to be the only person in New York who still believed in the one-on-one relationship. Mr. Big and I were actually doing sleepovers.
You better be careful. I could get used to this.
Why is it that putting a time... Charlotte was right. We don't really know the people we sleep with. After all, what did I really know about Mr. Big? Except he had an ex-wife named Barbara who I quickly discovered worked in publishing. My plan was simple. I'd pitch her a steamy bodice-ripping paperback, which she'd probably reject, but at least I'd get 5 minutes face-to-face with her.
Oh, who doesn't love children's books?
It was the last straw. Next day, the flesh and blood Barbara asked me to lunch.
Hi. Inviting me. Wow. Oh. Well, friends.
And 4 Chardonnays later, I was Mr. Big for 8 days.
Well, that was a great meal.
Yeah, it was.
Actually, the food was terrible, and we were... You know, the reason we had the threesome is because we were both looking for something or someone else.
Your friend is gorgeous.
What do I have to do to get to know her better?
Who cares?
2 hours later.
Political asylum?
Anyway, I mean, already you...
Sweetheart, he's a man, not a brownstone.
Honey, when I'm through with him, he'll be Gracie Mansion.
Samantha and the turtle? But then again, I'm dating a man who will never get married, and Miranda is having a meaningful relationship with something that comes in a box from Japan. In a city of great expectations, is it time to settle for what you can get?
And that's a good thing.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it just, I mean, it just means I meant you're happy with Alan, right? Hey, listen, I hope I didn't give you the wrong idea. I think Alan's great. I mean,
Throw around a Frisbee. Oh, well, look who's here. Hey, you!
Brooke left with a better gift, and I left wondering if everyone in my... Who's even using it? It's not illegal.
yeah, but no man ever did that. The costumes, so romantic.
You only like it because she gets to sleep for 100 years and...
Are you talking?
Friday night at the ballet with a man who shared...
What are you going to do about sex?
I have you.
That night, Miranda and I had plans to join...
Hello?
Carrie, it's Charlotte. I have a lot of nerve coming in here. You're the one who made me get it. I thought you could have... You're right.
It's a career woman.
Dinner. I knew I would have to break the news to Mr. Being happy for somebody else. Like lottery winners. Or extremely successful people who are 20...
Help me. She fucks on my couch, she buys it.
Healthy way, by eating a box of double-stuffed Oreos.
She's so sad.
Samantha and Lainey had a long-standing dinner at Moomba. There at Saturday, also known as 7 Days Late. Ready, girls? Let's go. Tearing off Rockstar's pants.
this long to have a baby, that name would be mine.
Oh, Charlotte, come on. You're still young. You have plenty of time to have children.
No.
Test till I knew exactly how I felt about the results. Either way. Hello?
It's Lainey.
Oh, hi. Yeah.
Oh, man. See, that's the kind of thing. I love Samantha's parties. Why didn't you tell her?
Yes, I am, but not quite as much fun as Miranda.
Fuck's on that couch. She buys it.
Spent the next hour keeping Charlotte away from Lainey and Lainey away from the vodka.
Well, what?
She seeing anybody?
Wide open.
Just don't mention the name Shayla.
Sorry?
Nothing. It's a private joke. Go forth and sit down.
Fuck no, where's the bar? Somebody get me a drink.
No, I don't know, Lainey. I spent the entire next day sitting on a park bench, somehow managed to stay me.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Oh, she's adorable.
Yeah, most of the time. You want to go home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
On the way home, I got my period. Do manage to get someone in bed, the real fun. It was nice. It was the way I'd always dreamed it could be.
Hey, don't you want some coffee?
Oh, gosh, I'm late for a thing. Oh, my God, I was mortified.
I didn't call him the rest of the day. I tried to lose myself in work, but every time I stopped for a second to think, oh, God, I'd relive my hell all over again. The next day, I realized how childish I was behaving. I decided to stop avoiding the situation and take of the next week. It was 3 times in a row, and I
can't believe you said that. I thought you said everything felt really comfortable and great.
Yeah, well, maybe too comfortable.
What do you mean?
I farted. I farted in front of my boyfriend.
And?
And we're no longer having sex. And he thinks of me as one of the boys. And I'm going to have to move to another city where the shame of this won't follow me.
You farted. You're human.
I don't want him to know that. I mean,
Every hour on the hour.
do you think it means something if Big and I are sleeping together, but I farted?
Then move your mat away.
Not now. I did it in front of Big. The next night, when I met Charlotte for dinner, I had reached my own transcendental state.
Hi.
What if you...
Isn't that funny?
Terrified of going to Mr. Biggs for what could become another platonic sleepover, I paced my apartment and tried not to think about our lack of sex when... There they were, my new neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Get It On. A couple so obviously into each other, there was only one thing to do. Watch. Then something wonderful happened. My desire overcame my fear. Hi, it's me. Is it okay if I come over? Okay. I showed up at his apartment feeling sexy and confident, wearing my secret weapon skirt that really hugged my hips. I was ready to go. He didn't have a... I stood there and waited for the obligatory, he's coming to stop me 10 seconds. He didn't. By the time I got home, I was sure he'd left an apology on my voicemail. You have no new messages in your... Like every woman consumed with a relationship problem, I needed a project to keep my mind from obsessing and my hands from dialing his number. I think I'm in love with him, and I'm terrified that he's gonna leave me because I'm not perfect. I'm still...
Surprise.
Yeah. Floors need to be stripped and the curtains are... Why aren't we having sex? Is this normal? My friend Miranda was dating Thomas John Anderson, and up in...
Retro baptism kind of thing?
Beats me. If I'd known he was Catholic, I never would have gone out with him in the first place. They should make them wear a sign.
Single people in New York rarely ask about their dates' religious backgrounds.
Clean. He forgot clean. He's a clean guy.
Leave it to me to find the only religious guy.
In the church of be nice to people and don't talk with your mouth full, I decided to check out some more traditional religious types in their natural habitat.
God bless.
It was one of those awkward relationship moments where you feel like you know nothing about the person you thought.
He goes to church with his mother.
Park Avenue Presbyterian. A time for spine. The plan was simple. Just get a look at the mother, then Miranda and I would go for eggs.
Look at how crowded it is. What a sham.
Oh, you lighten up. It's a Presbyterian church, not a Catholic one.
Whatever. Catholics, Episcopalians, Buddhists, Shakers, Quakers. Out of here.
Receive your blessing. And that of our Lord and Savior.
Break for it.
No, they saw me. I have to say hello.
Slippery gloves.
Carrie! Hi, Carrie!
Also, he wanted to show off his new boyfriend, Alain.
I tell you that Alain designed the following.
We're not in the greatest place.
What happened?
He wouldn't introduce me to his mother. Down on her love life with James.
Here you are. We've been looking for you everywhere.
Oh, who the fuck cares?
Night questioning my faith in faith. I mean, hadn't I had faith in us all along? Faith that all the withholding would stop.
Just tell me I'm the one. Come on, you don't have to tell your mother or the whole world. Just tell me.
After he left, I cried for a week. And then I realized I do have faith. Faith in myself. Faith that I would one day meet someone who would be sure that I was the one.